The first thing that we're going to talk about is posture. It'll be quite brief. Regular everyday posture when you stand is from the side, his body in a beautiful straight line. He hasn't got his hips tucked back, he hasn't got his head pushed forward, his spine is straight, his weight is over his feet, and he's in a good looking position. If you walk down the street, it's how you're supposed to stand. If you sit on a chair, you're supposed to sit with a nice straight back. If you push up to get off the chair, you should be pushing up with a nice straight line. In Jive, the posture is slightly different. The legs are a lot more flexed. There is a slight curve in the body, and the heads are the furthest part forward. It's not the base of the body, it is the upper half of the body. So a nice soft C. This posture is in order to enable you to be able to flick your legs, whether they're going front or whether they're going behind. If the weight is in too straight of a line, or even too far behind the back of my heels, I can't get my legs up efficiently. It feels more difficult. So we start, first of all, we have the posture. Today we're going to work, and there are many different types of connections. I'm only specifically working on one. That is a short connection in the man's left arm and a short connection in the lady's right arm. And the feeling when you get tired and you start running out of stamina, the wider you are apart, the harder it feels. Because after 4, 5, 6 rounds, the stamina starts to go, the body starts to deplete of energy. It's much easier if you are a lot closer together and you use a shorter connection with a softer posture, and then we're going to work also on rotating the body. So we will substitute these long arms with shorter connections and a better rotation in the body. So 3 things. We have a softer body, hips slightly back and the head the closest part forward. A short connection through the man's left arm and the lady's right arm. And a rotation from the standing foot around the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Jive is one dance that I've been very, very grateful for, because many competitors don't give it too much concentration or too much concentration or ideas. But luckily for me, all my major breaks have come because of the Jive. When I first made the final, it was because I got extra marks in the Jive. When I was first lucky enough to win the competitions, it was always because of the Jive. So, today I'm going to tell you a few of the secrets which I use, which helped me very much, and which helped Carmen and I very much in our success in this dance. It's very, very difficult to give you a lot of information in half an hour, so I've tried to summarize it into basically 3 keys or major points which I find help towards making a better Jive. The first key point is musicality. Now I've broken this down into timing and rhythm. Timing, I'm sure you all know, being a very knowledgeable audience, is the 3/4, quarter, 1. Unfortunately, you don't see too much of this kind of timing nowadays, because the tempos are getting quicker and quicker, and so generally the one with the most energy is the one that's surviving the Jive at the end of the day. This is not the direction we would like to go, because even if the music is very fast or very slow, we should still have a very, very clear identity of the Jive, which is the 3/4, quarter, 1 timing. So if I do a normal chasse with Carmen, 1, 2, 3/4, quarter, 1, 3/4, quarter, 1. Very, very simple. What?
Very simple.
Yeah, it's very simple. Ladies and gentlemen, throughout the lecture, Carmen will be giving us her advice as well, won't you, dear?
Yes.
Good. Because it's a very daunting task to stand in front of such a knowledgeable audience giving you all the information over here. So the 3/4, quarter, 1 timing we use to identify the Jive. If I do a 3/4/4/1 timing in the chassis, the speed of the foot placements is not the same. Because the timing from the first step to the second step is 3/4 of a beat. So the timing from the second to the third step is 1 beat. So 3/4, 1/4, 1. So there we go. I need a German partner, yeah, to keep me in check. Aye, aye. Okay. Thank you, dear. So the longest beat is on the third step, but this is the step that should arrive the quickest because of the time spent in the movement. 3/4/4/1. So the third step is the quickest step to arrive, but this is the beat where we have the whole beat to use. 3/4/4/1, 3/4/4/1. The first time any couple comes to me for jive lessons, the first thing I do is put on very, very slow music to see if they have any understanding of this breakdown of the musicality, of the breakdown of the beat value. Because I put on slow music, generally everything goes slower. Da, 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 da. If I go a bit quicker, everything goes quicker. So this tells me straight away they have no idea about the timing that they're trying to dance. Even if it's very slow, we still know, because the third step is the quickest because of the timing. 3/4/4/1, 3/4/4/1, 1, 1. Yeah, ta-ta, yeah, ta-ta, a 1, 1, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2. So we should still have the energy and have the speed of the foot placements. So if that audience starts to crap on the 2, we should not be encouraged to make the 2 much stronger, but we should make the 2 much longer. If we are doing 3/4/4/1 timing, 3/4/4/1, 3/4/4/1, which step do you think is the quickest step in the jive chassis? The first one, the second one, or the third one? Now that I know you have considered this problem for quite a while, or those of you who are too lazy to think, I will tell you the answer. The third step is the quickest step in the jive chassis, and I'll tell you why. This is because the 3/4/4/1 timing is the time spent between the steps. For instance, if I do the first step, between the first step and the second step is 3/4 of a beat. Between the second step and the third step is only a 1/4 of a beat, after which I am able to use the rest of that beat up by lowering the heel. So we do a 3/4/4/1, 3/4/4/1. So that's why the third step is the quickest to arrive, but the longest because we have to lower that heel in order to change direction. So one more time, 3/4/4/1, 3/4/4/1. Very quick to arrive, but very long to lower that heel and to change direction. So if we are using 3/4/4/1 timing, the third step is the quickest. Very easy to jump around when you're on your own. But now we're hopefully going to jump around together with our partners. So if we do the jive chassis as we discussed earlier and our back rock, it is very, very simple to apply those principles that we learned earlier on. But now there's one big major difference. We have the common denominator, the connection. This, as you all know, those of you who have been paying close attention in the Roomba video, is only a present. So I give a present to Karen of my body weight of a connection, so that in fact on a back rock, her range of movement is far greater than if she didn't have that nice little present, because she would have to check her own body weight in order to move forward. But because we have a common center, we are both moving off that common center, replacing our weight before we continue the jive chassis. One more time, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a back, replace. Now, the jive, especially the back rock, is very difficult to lead, gentlemen, and very different from the other dances that we have talked about in our other videos. Because of the fact that as Karen is commencing to move backwards, I am moving backwards at the same time. Wrong. We are not moving backwards at the same time because I am leading Karen to move backwards from my body weight before I make my back step, so that Karen will get the information to move back before I commence to move my body back. Because as we know from the other videos, it is not possible to move at the same time, because we are trying to still maintain the swing movement. And because we have this great present between us, we can get a far greater swing movement. A one, a two, a one, wee, a one, a two, one, a two, wee. So, ladies, very, very important. You have a very nice present in front of you that you can use to help you swing a little bit further. So, one major problem that we find, especially when we're watching jiving competitions, is that the lady is so preoccupied with the swing, she's not transferring enough body weight, and the head is left too far forward. So if you demonstrate it incorrectly, we both look like we're trying to create a full swing by just leaving the head forward and giving the priority to the hip. But as we now know, the swing is created by the movement of the body and the lowering of the free leg, the lowering of the heel on the second beat of a jive chassis.
Present to you their Jive Honor Dance.
She's so fine, fine, fine. She's so fine, fine, fine. She's so fine. She's so fine, fine, fine. She's really sweet, the fine girl, you know me. Oh, 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 oh. The fine girl, you know me. Well, have you ever seen a girl move you so she really